Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Hello and welcome to the broadcast. Looks like we're just jumping straight into the matchup. It has begun, but it doesn't look like we've missed too much, so that's good. Yes, this is of course now our second best of 3 of the day. It is going to be Goliath versus Vinco. South Africa. Yeah, today we're going to be having a lot of the matches here of the South African region. So if you want to see which team is going to come out on top here and secure a spot in the Asia Minor, be sure to tune on in, folks. But for now, this matchup seems to be relatively even between the two teams from what I've seen in the previous matchup, which was Big Five versus Loden, I think they were called. That was a very one-sided affair. This one already seems to be bringing it in. Vinco with a fast push here towards the A-bomb sites. A lot of smoke grenades being deployed, deterring the CTs from pushing any further. But that's the thing, the pistols, they're getting up close and personal. Oh no, dams! He actually shoots his own opponent, teammate, Deviant. There we go, good shot coming in. More or less anticipates the last players remaining to be on the side, which is a very cutting choice. Lord and Spotty not at the best positions right now. Of course, they're going to try to win some of these aim duels, but that's going to be very difficult. The player is still in the smoke, and yeah, finally, Adaro will find the last kill, and that's going to be the round here as Goliath do secure their first. Third round goes in favor here of Goliath, because we did end up missing the very first pistol round, guys. This is the things that have been happening thus far. It was Vinco to pick up the very first pistol round, and now these past couple of rounds have gone in favor here for Goliath. And as we do see, this is actually very nice, you know. This is, of course, a close qualifier, but we do see the teams actually with their team logos, respected team logos. That's something you don't get to see in qualifier environments. That's very nice. Very pleasing, I might say. Uh-oh. That's not pleasing at all. That's a good nade coming in there, but they're pushing in for the flames. I don't know if that was the right call there from Goliath, but there we go. They do secure themselves a couple of those kills and banana in their name. So thus far, we do see the Vinco players actually slowing things down quite a bit. They're not really committing to the bomb site just yet. They still have time on their side. That's the one thing we have to note. Molotov being thrown down there from Deviant. But we're not going to be seeing a commitment from the Vinco players. Oh no. Like I said, they still have time on their side, so they don't have to commit to one of the bomb sites just yet. That was a very awkward angle to throw down the flash. I think the player might have got stuck there on a bit of roof, I think. Conspiracy. Definitely heard the footsteps there in the middle, and if not the footsteps, the AK-47's bullets definitely gave it away. There's a certain Lich Lord here. Or is it Lich Lord? I think it's Lich Lord, isn't it? Like the Warcraft expansion. Lich King. Nice. Good shot coming in there from who else but me. There's no way that's his real nickname. Anyhow, Vinco have now taken over bomb's control. It will be planted. And the retake will begin here from Goliath. As retake does commence, you're going to have to be very quick about it. As it's who else but me to silence the chicken. Yeah, looks like the Goliath players are now going to continue on moving forward. However, the problem is they're all coming in from the same angle. And oh, that's a good flash. That's a good flash indeed, and now it's all up to Adaro, and I think he actually got the player in pit, but oh no, they're not peeking him. Oh, they finally do so. But that was interesting. The player that actually stick the defuse, he's scoped in with the AUG. Can you actually hear players scoping in with the AUG? Now that I think about it, I don't think you can. With an AWP, for sure. With an AUG? I don't know if that's the case. But yes, thus far the game has been providing us with some pretty even score lines. Something I can't really say, of the previous matchups we witnessed. But thus far, it's still quite hard to say which team is going to be able to come out on top. Here we do see the Goliath players not having the best of purchases here, and they actually put a decent amount of effort on that apartment's defensive, but now they've backed away, it seems like. Because they don't have the better weaponry, they're going to be taking these, I guess you could call them cheesy angles. Flash running through. It's pretty effective, the second one. The first one, I got no idea where it landed. Spotty. That's a good opportunity for him to secure a kill on Massacre. As now the bombs and defenders are down out of the equation. That's a good opportunity for Goliath to continue with the push on the B bomb site, but will they actually continue on moving forward, I wonder? We do see Adero in a pretty peculiar position. He actually finds two massive kills. That's the bomb being dropped, then Vinco. I can't really say that they're out of the ballpark just yet. I mean, 20 seconds remaining. Spotty, if he hurries things up, there's a possibility for him to win the round. Oh, the Deviant clearly heard the gunshot, and it's pretty obvious what Spot is going to do in this position. And that's the thing. This is still a winnable scenario for both these teams. Spotty can come out on top at a 1-on-2, and so can Deviant alongside Adero. But they must play this one right. Flash running through. Spotty's gonna go for the peek. He finds the first player. He sees the second guy. But now both of them are so low at HP, and of course Deviant can't really stick it, but he actually goes for it. He's taking the defuse here, and no! Oh boy, Deviant, he could have just hold the defuse. That could have been the round, but it goes in favor of Spotty and for Vinco. Wait, guys. Come on, don't mock me. How do you say the player's name? Is it Adero or is it Adero? Adero. I don't know, guys. Come on. If you know how to pronounce his name, please tell me in the chat. I'll be more than happy to know how to pronounce it properly. Oh, poor Massacre. Getting absolutely wrecked here in Banana. Really, there's nothing you can do in that position. If this would be now, say, a stack on the B-bomb site from the Goliath players, they're in a position to do some serious damage if Vinco do pursue this B-bomb site hit. But alas, poor Uric. That's not really the case. Goliath have decided to stack middle here, which in itself isn't a bad idea. They might just, oh no. They're not going to catch dams in this position. However, there's a player in second mid who's quite eager to find some of them easy eco frags. Yeah, but a bomb play coming in this round is pretty much over here for Goliath. Their best bet would be to try and find some of these exit frags, which I'm not sure how likely that's going to be the case. This is a peculiar way they're playing this one. They're sticking this one together. Sometimes, when you go like this, you're just going to see players just pushing on through. Say on a B-bomb set like that, would just filled with players. But they're sticking this one together. They're actually hoping to find out some of these players, and they're going to be rewarded. Lich Lord. Why did he change his gun? I mean, I'm certain he still had 30 bullets in the AK clip. That's quite peculiar. Right, let's see. So it's Adero. Adero? Adero. Yeah, it's something like Adero, right? Adero. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, folks. Thanks. I still, obviously we still have a couple players here with what I could say face-it nicknames like Zip Zap Za. Or is that actually the real player's name? Oh, it is. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, Zip Zip. I actually thought that was a Visit nickname. Some spam coming in from Massacre. Some damage being dealt, though not a lot. Now the question does remain, Vinco. They have decided to go for a bit of a purchase here. We'll see how effective it's going to be in the whole scale of things, but all things considering, there's still an intriguing scenario here in the apartments. That's going to be a trade for Vinco, which ain't too shabby. But of course, this is a commitment here on the site. There's some action going on here. I think there's only one more player remaining. That's Zip Zap hitting the floor, and now it is going to be a bomb plant here from Vinco. Masker, I'm not sure if he was supposed to go for such a play, but he did go for it. And now it is, yeah, it's all up to Adro to try and go for the save, and I think he will be able to save it. Though he can't hit the B-hops, I'll give him that. Oh wait, it's emphasis on the dar. Okay, I'll I'll keep that in mind. Man, these South African names are hard to pronounce. They're really hard to pronounce. I'll give it that. I am learning though. That's the thing. Maybe by the end of the closed qualifier, I will have my South African pronunciation down to natives level. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Probably not. But one can dream. So good nade damage being dealt there by Adro. And it is going to be Vinco in pretty much a straight line as we saw at one point. But it is going to be still the Vinco players taking over some apartments, controlling quite standard stuff from them. But as you do see the Vinco players, I mean, they have slowed down things quite a bit. And like I said, I mean, for them, it looks like they want to try to acquire the map control. They're taking over the apartments there. They also have players in Banana, but it looks like it is now going to be down to the mid presence here. And oh, all right, Lich Lord. He actually spots out the player there. That's a good frag. Going to go for a bit of a counter boost themselves. This is smart right now from Vinco. I'm loving the way they're playing this round. And uh-oh, there's oh, okay. Somehow Masker even finds himself a kill there. Oh, man. Hetero really loves the B-Hop, doesn't he now? All that time he spent on the B-Hop server is finally paying off here, and you can actually see his skills, though. Ooh, that's a bit of a misplay. He thought this is an A-side commitment, but we still had Noose the position him. There you go. That's going to be the round over. Vinco. They do secure themselves the 7 rounds here on Inferno. That's not too bad. Yeah, I actually saw it in HLTV. I saw that Spotty is in fact the German player. That's quite interesting, I must admit. Maybe he's studying. I'm not really sure. This is pure speculation, guys. Maybe he's studying abroad. I would presume that's why he is playing in a South African team. That seems to be like a reasonable way to assess it. Flash is running through. Oh, that's a lot of damage being dealt. Great stuff coming in there from the CTs. In fact, again, for them, they have full presence here in Banana. Vinco have abandoned that part of the map, at least for now they have. With them having so much utility to work with, I mean, they can very easily commit to one of the sites. I mean, because of them having 3 players in middle, it kind of looks like it is going to be an A-side. Here again, they're taking over mid control with them using the utility, which is nice and all. Oh, I think Conspiracy is elusive, right? Yeah, that seems to be about right. It's kind of hard to understand all these nicknames. Especially when, you know, these are faces nicknames, not necessarily the nicknames of the players themselves. But now it is going to be a push on the base side. They got themselves a pretty nifty crossbar set up here. It's 8 in a row to find the necessary kills, and it looks like this round is pretty much over here for Vinco. Oh, nice shot coming in there from, is that Bobbio? Oh no, that's in fact who else? Okay, okay. Right. Ianusi, I guess, is Bobbio. That seems to be about right. Nice peek coming in. Really, that's so interesting. That is quite interesting. Wow. That's some nade damage being inflicted in Banana, but this is now going to be a full-on commitment here. Look at Spotty go! The German Blitzkrieg is here! This is now Vinco opening up the site. There's really nothing Goliath can contest with, but at this point, this round is pretty much over here for the CTs, unless they can still find some of these kills here, but I do doubt it. Conspiracy is conspiracy. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, folks. Like, it's good to have, you know, some of these folks here in Twitch chat clearly know a thing or two about the South African scene, so you can give me some of your, you pass on some of that knowledge you have there, as I myself am going to be able to get a better understanding of how things work here. So apparently HLTV is lying, because I thought conspiracy was elusive, in fact. Well, the investment will be coming through here for Goliath, thanks to the weapons being saved in the previous round, and all things considering, it is looking like a pretty solid purchase. I mean, they have an 8 OP in the hands of Zip Zip. Now that's a fun name. I'll give him that. I actually thought that was, you know, just a face-it nickname, like a throwaway name, I guess you could call it. But the more I get to say it, that's actually a very fun nickname. I'll give you that, Zip Zip. If you ever watch the broadcast, I'll give your name a 10 out of 10. Zip Zip. Not able to find the first kill. There's going to be a lot more players rushing through the site. Oh no, Deviant, that is easy kills for him. Conspiracy is also here on site, and now it's all up to Zip Zip. He pulls out the USB. He does find the first kill, but I think the round is pretty much over here for... He actually needed himself. Uh-oh. That's a bit of a mistake. Damn, so we're actually able to escape the flames there, but that was quite close indeed. He does survive it for only 4 points of health, but I think this round is pretty much over here for Vinco. Now, I am no fortune teller, but I think this round is going to be going in favor here for Goliath. It's going to be their 5th round here. Vinco's dams, shall I say. Still holding the angle, maybe hoping to get some of these kills here, which is quite respectable and understandable, but it's not meant to be. It is Zip Zip to find the last kill, and that's going to be 5 rounds here for Goliath. Now, actually take a look at the map picks here between the two teams. It looks like this is, in fact, the map pick of the Goliath side, and thus far, I can't really say they found themselves the most amount of success, if I'm being honest. I mean, 5 rounds on the CSA Inferno, not the best scoreline, but they can still get something done here. I mean, this is not over just yet. If they get themselves the majority of the rounds here, that's going to be looking quite decent for them. A lot of utility being expanded for this Banana presence. That is quite costly here for Goliath, and more often than not, I mean, you are going to be seeing CTs use a lot of utility here to control Banana. But the problem is, once the utility ends up being used, that's a very difficult situation for them. How on earth are they supposed to hold the B side with them not having any utility? So for now, it is still good to see that with them finding the first kill here, that at the very least, Goliath do have an advantage moving forward. Deviant. Oh boy, this is thrilling here. Both the players do come up. They pretty much line up. And the round is somewhat over here for Vinco. I'd like to say again, this is a very difficult situation here for the terrorists, Dams and Spotty. They're looking like they're going to try to hit the B bomb site though. Both the players coming through there. Zip with 8 OP. 8 with the AK-47. And that's pretty much it here. It's going to be Goliath to secure the 6th round. And, well, I must say, though, for them, the best possible scoreline, it is going to be 7-8. So if they do get the 7 rounds here, I mean, it's not that bad of a scoreline for Goliath. I think if you're Vinco, you can be very satisfied with your performance here. I mean, 8 rounds on the T side, not too shabby, but obviously they can go for 1 more. And once they're going to move to the second half, I mean, I think it'll be quite spruced up about it. Zip holding it with the AWP. So it is going to be, oh, the nade's deadly. Yeah, it catches Spotty. You can't run away from the bombardment there, Spotty. And now it's an advantageous position here for Goliath. I wonder that the chicken actually gave away the position there of Winko. Because the player, as he passed through the chicken, he did make the clucking noise. And I wonder if the players, like Conspiracy, heard it. Oh, he's aware about it. And he actually does find the kill. That's interesting. Man, I wonder if they actually reacted because of the chicken. Oh boy. Anyhow. It is still a pretty poor situation here for the Winco players. They have lost 2 of their individuals very early here, and now they still have to make an execute on one of the bomb sites here. Looks like it is going to be the A site. Throw down the flash to allow Dams to peek. They did have a nice angle though, but of course, he is exposed from archway, and that's going to be Zip to find the kill. And it is all up to Lichlord and the remaining player, Bobby O, is it? They're trying to make this one work. It's all up to Lichlord here, and that's going to be the round here. 7 rounds here for Goliath, 8 here for the likes of Vinco. It's still, I'll say this, I don't think it's a bad scoreline. It's still quite doable here for both these teams here, especially if you're the likes of Goliath, who have gone for the map pick on Inferno. So I am expecting great things here out of Goliath. We'll see if that's going to be the case. As now the purchase does come through here, and they're actually investing in a decent amount of utility from what we can see. Smokes being, actually no, single, oh yeah, 2 smokes being deployed, 1 Molotov, 2 flash grenades. That's not too bad, and as they're going for the B side push, Spot is able to tell the info here, ooh, that's a nice gush. And as they're going to continue on moving forward, or will they in fact, they should definitely anticipate rotation. That rotation is here. In fact, Dams has made his way all the way to lower Banana. So now this is a pincer movement. All of the players are stuck there in Banana. They haven't been able to move on through though, but oh, this is aggressive right now from Vinco. They don't necessarily even have to peek on in through this point, but they might get punished. Massacre sees the player there. Good shot from him. And now Conspiracy looks like he's going to catch out Dams as well. This is looking superb right now for the likes of Goliath. They put themselves in a very winnable position. However, they must still clear out who else. And he does find the shot there, but he has revealed his position in return. Now, as the players do know where he's stationed at, they should be able to overwhelm him. They should, but no, who else? He's still going for the taps, and he almost gets the last one, but now it's all up to Zip versus Spotty. A 1-1 situation, which I think one shot from the Glock and one shot from the USP is enough to take down either player. Still has time to work with here, zip zip, so he doesn't have to commit to it just yet. As now Spotty gonna go in through short. Oh, this is interesting. It's a bit of a ring around the rosy, and the problem is Zip Zip. He has no idea about Spotty having the defuse kit, so Spotty can very easily just stick it. If he sticks it, he pretty much wins the round because of it. Oh, but he's not. Zip Zip peeking on through. He gets the kill. Zip 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 Zap, and that's a wrap. That's gonna be the 8th round here for Goliath, and they do secure it thanks to a neat clutch there from Zip Zip. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Grenades down banana. Ooh, okay, Goliath. You had me there for a second. I actually thought they were going to commit through the grenades. That would have been... Boy, that would have been deadly. Okay, stop. And the thing is, though, I mean, if you're a team like Goliath, you just saw 5 grenades being thrown down towards banana. Is it wise to continue on pushing that part of the map? I mean, you are going to expect 5 players here, and... Oh, Spot actually killed his own buddy there. That's a bit satisfying. But anyhow, the Mac-10s do get the wrap up here. They're going to find themselves some easy kills, some easy money, and an easier life. 9 rounds here for Goliath is looking like probably the start they were hoping here, especially having a, I guess you could say, a somewhat underwhelming CT side. Ooh, this is interesting. A 3rd round eco. You don't get to see those too often in nowadays Counter-Strike. Pretty much it's been, you go for the pistol, then you go for the full eco, and then you make the purchase. I do hear some clicking in the chat, so probably, ooh. There seems to be some technical issues here, folks, so I do hope you're going to be able to fix them as soon as possible and continue on with the matchup here. And wow, that was fast. Looks like it was just a simple disconnect and reconnect. Maybe some packet loss for Deviant. Maybe some lag. Let's see if there's lag. Oh no, like the pings look superb for both of these teams here. That's pretty nice. But from what I'm aware of, South Africa is a pretty big country. And to see all of these players actually have such a solid ping is quite surprising. That is some fine internet you have there. Unless we do have the Goliath players, maybe they're playing from a LAN environment. That's a possibility. But the other guys as well, like 40, 30, not too shabby. Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Let's take a look at the music kits some of these players have here. Conspiracy, what you got? You've got... Oh, wait. Wait, I can't open up a music kit? That's a bit of a shame. I remember that was a thing you were able to do in the past where you click on a music kit, you're able to use it in the GoTV. And, yeah, that's not the case here. That's a bit of a shame. But it looks like we will have our fix here as soon as possible. Oh, Operation Phoenix coin. I remember that was one of the first operations I got into. It had some great maps. I think that was... Wait, let me think. Did they actually have agency in that one? I think they did. Dust 2. Guys, this is fake news. We will jump back to Inferno, but for now it looks like we do have some sort of technical issues, so... I myself not really sure what's going on, but don't worry, guys. We will be back with the stream. I think it is going to be just a server reboot. Once they get it done, we'll be right back to the matchup, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to play you some amazing, no copyright music, and we'll be right back into this one. Stay tuned.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Well, that didn't take us too long. We're very much back in the matchup here. It is still going to be, of course, Goliath versus Vinco. Nothing much has changed in that regard. It is, of course, now Vinco going for a bit of a partial investment. The one we talked about earlier, and as we do see some nades being thrown out here, ooh, spotty. Does get softened up just a little bit, but not too much, I'd say. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be somewhat of a slow round here from the Vinco guys. I mean, they got time to work with. For them, time is not of the essence. They should definitely consider playing this one safe, especially with them not really knowing the investment they have against a team like Vinco. Probably they're expecting to see a gun round, but not a single rifle bullet has been shot from the Vinco side, so that is something to keep in mind if you're Goliath. Now we do see a pretty interesting thing going on here in the minimap. If you take a look at the minimap real quick, we have Dams and who else is actually going for a bit of a wraparound by this point. Goliath may not anticipate that to be the case here, and now as the push is going through here, Lich Lord finds the first kill, and there's going to be a lot more he needs to find here. Conspiracy holding the angle with the AK-47, that's going to be a kill and a second one for him. And now it is also a player in the backlines, that's who else actually gets the job done, and this is looking like a brutal round here for Goliath. Definitely not as easy as you might think. Dams right now going for the, okay, jump shot with the CZ. He is not going to be lucky for the second time, though. That's a straight-up white peak. And now who else? He knows the positioning of Zip Zip. That's going to be the round here. It is going to be the round for Vinco, as they do secure themselves a scrappy victory. I mean, they only had some of those upgraded pistols as well as Kevlar to work with, and yet they got it done. Going for a bit of a peak Dams, but You won't see anyone from the Goliath side for now, at least. Like for Vinco. For them, they don't even have to play this one too aggressively. Like to say, they have 3 players here jumping around the wall there. That is a bit risky from their part, and that is some nade damage being dealt. And look at this, these players are so low here from the likes of Goliath, but they're going to continue on pushing on the side. That's not too shabby. There's only 1 defender for now, and I do believe that is, yes, Lich Lord in that position. So right now, this is where you have to make the plays here if you're Vinco. So I do like who else is doing right now, going for this aggressive play, and now it is going to be a full-on commitment here on the bomb side. It will be Lich Lord to find the first kill here, and the thing is, though, some of these Goliath players are very low in HP, so that's where Lich Lord can pounce, but he simply runs out of bullets. Now it's all up to who else, and Zip's got his number. He sees the player, and he lands the shot. 10 rounds here for Goliath as they do take one back in their favor. And that more or less resets the economy here for the Vinco guys. For their side, they're going to have to go for what seems to be a bit of an eco here. And because of that eco, if you're a team like Goliath, you're going to have to be a bit more careful in your approach, I'd like to say. A bit more careful. Because we saw in the past what the pistols were capable of. Deviant. Straight up UMP5 for the long range distance there. Lich Lord did have an angle, and I think he did land a shot on Zip, but as the players from Goliath are going to continue on moving forward, they have to eliminate the sandbags guy. How is Spotty able to do so much work here by his lonesome? That was quite surprising to see. Imagine if in that position he would have also had Lich Lord help him out. Oh, that's a good shot there from Lich Lord. He drops the bomb carrier. And most importantly, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. That this will be, in fact, a B-side hit. So Lich Lord can ask for Dams to come out here to help him. Thing is, though, Lich Lord, oh, he actually lines up the shot. Somehow he gets it done. But he can't get against Conspiracy. Now we're down to the one-on-one. The problem is for Dams, though. One bullet from the AK-47 and the man's a goner. So the question remains, can Dams get it done? It's not easy, though. He's hoping for Conspiracy to make a mistake. He's hoping for Conspiracy to be the aggressor in this position, but he simply doesn't have to. And Conspiracy sees the head, and he gets the body shot. 11 rounds here for Goliath, and for them, I can't really say that was the cleanest of rounds. They do come out on top for sure, but that has definitely left a dent on their economy. Interestingly enough, Vinco have decided to go for Nico. This is quite uncommon, I'd like to say. More often than not, teams are going to be going for the straight-up purchase in a round like this. That's not the case for Vinco. They are saving up as much money as possible for them to rack up a good investment. And I guess they can also kind of look at this at actually increasing the lose money bonus, which is also a neat idea. That's very interesting how Vinco are approaching their seed side for now, and of course, they're going to allow Goliath to probably secure this round as well, as they're getting absolutely demolished here. But moving forward, like Vinco, they're going to have loads of money to work with. So this is now the opportunity for them to begin to close out this game. An ideal be in the hands of Downs, maybe even Spotty thinking about the purchase of the sniper rifle. In fact, he does go for the AUG. Also a respectable weapon. It's going to be Adero going for the early peek here. Good stuff coming in. He actually lands the B-Hubs moving forward. As you can see, these Faceit servers are clearly not 64 tick like your typical matchmaking stuff. That's one of the ways Adero is able to land him 6 B-Hops. And now Massacre, he actually gets a shot there on Spotty. A bit of a overzealous effort there from Spotty, but I can't really blame him. He tries to put his team in a winnable position by going for the early engagement, and clearly didn't work out. Now he puts his team in a disadvantageous spot. Flash is raining on top. Lichlord gonna go for the peek here. In fact, there's only one player here, and it's still Lichlord to find a kill. Now it looks like Goliath now just gonna commit simply on his B bomb side, throwing down some of the utility that they have in their pockets. And as they are moving forward, oh, that's not a good angle there for the seed. He gets very easily overwhelmed. This is going to allow Goliath to plant the bomb in a safe position, and I think if you're Lichlord and who else, you might just consider going for the save here. I think that's the optimal choice. You go for the save here if you're Lichlord and who else, and your team can still try to go for the purchase here. Who else and Lichlord will be able to drop their teammates, and it may not be the purchase they want, but it's a purchase they still have a chance to win with. I do like this from Goliath, though. They clearly want to hunt down these players, and that's the thing. If they do hunt them down, I think then we will see an eco here from Vinco. It's quite important for them to find these kills, and they get it done. And from what I've seen in the past, you know, Vinco, with them having even such money they have in their banks, they have gone for partial investments, you know, for eco, so to speak. They bought out some upgraded pistols, and that's about it. And I'm expecting to see the same thing yet again, but yeah, they're actually going for it. Okay, this is interesting. I'll put it at that. Because yet again, you have a decent amount of money to make the purchase happen. And, you know, a lot of teams will just force it up. They still have some money left for the smoke grenades and whatnot. But Vinco, they clearly have a lot of confidence on their CD side that they aren't allowing, you know, rounds like this to slip past them. So they can still have, you know, a proper investment here. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing. I said a round like this that will allow them to slip past them. From what I've seen thus far, you know, these pistols are somewhat more deadlier than your average rifles. And yes, right now Goliath are going to continue on with the push here. It's looking pretty good for them thus far. Not really finding any challenges. But yeah, like if you're a Vinco, you obviously want to try to take away these rifles from him. He sees the tracers though, so who else is going to continue on peeking on in? He actually finds the kill there, so it somehow has become a bit of a more doable round. Now we're down to the one-on-one. Interesting enough, it's 8-0 against who else, and it's going to be the T player who come out on top. 14 rounds here for Goliath, but if you actually take a look at the scoreboard real quick, right? Some of the rounds where Vinco have gone for the eco and only have the pistols to work with, those are like some of the scariest rounds. You can see that this is a round where they won because of an eco. This is a round where they left only one player on an eco. This is also a round where they left only one player surviving. So somehow the pistols are being more effective than the rifles. That is quite weird here for Vinco. But this is where, I mean, they can't fool around. They have to get it done here. Until they're being deployed here. There's Masker and his teammate pushing on through here. Spotty does see a couple of the players here, and it's still going to be Masker to find the 2 kills here, but there's still Dams holding the angle. They may not anticipate the player to be there, but now they know what's up. And who else? How did he miss that smoke grenade? That's pretty weird. A push on the bomb site. Conspiracy. First man in, sees the player there right behind the column. He's going to be hitting the floor. And now again, this is a good opportunity here for Vinco to try to attempt the retake for sure, but that's the thing. Can they find some of these early engagements here, as who else is making his way through Banana? He's going to have to clear out so many angles. And I'm not sure if he's going to expect the players to be there, and Lichlord peeking on in here for the AUG. Oh, that's a good shot there from who else? There's still Conspiracy and Deviants they have to pick up here, but who else is gonna go in for the peak? And it's not meant to be. 15 rounds here for Goliath. For them, it's only one more, and we're done here with Inferno. For those who are wondering, this is in fact the map pick of the players from Goliath, so I guess That's one of the reasons they have themselves a pretty solid T side here. For those who are wondering, our upcoming map, I do believe it is going to be, let me see, Mirage. Okay, it is going to be a Mirage, and if necessary, our decider is going to be Train. So we do have interesting maps lined up today, folks. We'll see if Vinco gonna stall this one any longer, if it is gonna be Goliath coming out on top. Oh, that's super fast from Conspiracy. Actually is going to find the first kill as well. So that's a great opportunity here for Goliath to maybe continue on pushing forward on the A side, but as we do see, time is still on their side, a whole minute and 20 seconds to work with. So they don't have to commit to the A bomb site. But that's where one of the defenses has fallen. Defenders have fallen. Oh, the chickens clucking around. As Spotty is stepping on their feet. There we go. It is going to be a commitment here to the bomb site. It's looking pretty good right now for Goliath as they do find the two players here, and that is going to be pretty much it here unless Dams and who else can pull it off. It is going to be quite difficult for them, but it's still a possibility. They have a couple of the flashbangs to work with, and it's an uncommon angle to be holding. And that is all up to Dams in a 1-on-4. Yeah, not looking too good here for the CT player. And that's going to be it here, folks. 16-9 in favor of Goliath. They do end up winning their first map, and they do pick up their own map pick. So that's going to be it here for Inferno. Our next map, Mirage. Stay tuned for that, as we'll be right back with some more Counter-Strike.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.